I came here tonight because I'm interested in the connections between Jewish and Chinese culture, and especially about some archaeology findings that can cast insight into how we understand our culture.
Professor Ames really make the connection between the history and the modern world. So I really got educated. Thank you, Yeshiva University, for organizing this event.
We're friends and we travel together, and so we actually have a running dialogue about the relationship of the Chinese-Jewish cultures. So when we saw this, we thought it was a natural.
Right, so whenever we talk about our backgrounds and how we were brought up and what we did as kids, you know, it's like, hey, that sounds Chinese or that sounds Jewish.
Right, there's so many similarities.
Right.
It is the intergenerational transmission and embodiment of a compounding cultural legacy that is very much focused on the idea of family, that the governing metaphor of this Confucian tradition is jia.
The reason why this event was important to me personally, I went to a yeshiva that wanted to incorporate sort of different Eastern ideas into the Torah learning. What I loved the most about what the professor was talking about was how it's all about viewing everything as a family and how everything is intersubjective.
In Judaism and Chinese tradition, the ideal is to be part of a community, a family, to care for others. Those values are deeply rooted in the classical Jewish texts, the Torah and Talmud.
And also, I'll tell you what a delight it is to have a young scholar with us as well. You know, this is what universities are all about. This is what universities do. As exciting as it is for her, I just want you to know it's as exciting for me as well.
But more importantly, I hope that some of you seated here today might be more inspired to pursue the field of archaeology, because after all, the discoveries that we have made are more than just pottery and bones.
You can't use the vocabulary of Western religion to talk about China. You need a Chinese vocabulary. And so my story tonight is we have to let this Confucian tradition speak on its own terms, have its own voice in order to appreciate the contribution it has to make to the modern world.